So yes, as you can see, there are dinosaurs on the new Almarge encampment map in the BF5 update today. A T-Rex skull and 3 little dinosaur toys, which we've seen in many Battlefield games beforehand. Not sure if there's any more to this, but it's kind of cool, and it was discovered on the BFEE Discord. Also, check this out, on the new extended Provence map, there are tractors. There are 3 tractors that you can hop on and drive around to your heart's content. Find yourself one of these bad boys, get yourself on the horn, and have a great time. I think some tractor jousting may be in order. So yes, there was a big update for BF5 today, but it's bittersweet for me, because this is the last content drop for Battlefield 5. After this, that's all she wrote. No more additional maps or weapons or gadgets or anything, as far as I know, coming to the game. Just quality of life improvements if there's any horrible bugs. But we do have the future of the next title to look forward to. Maybe we'll hear some more about that at EA Play, but I very much doubt that. With that said, we are going to take a look at the update today. It's substantial, it's exciting, there's a load of stuff here. Like I said, it's just a shame that it's going to be the last. So what do we have here? 2 new maps, which we will take a look at in more detail later on in the video. 9 new weapons, 5 new gadgets, 3 new grenades, and 6 new vehicles, along with a ton of bug fixes and additional improvements to the game. So there's a lot to get stuck into here. To start with though, I wanted to take a look at the new gadgets, because I think these are some of the coolest things. They will definitely add an element of that sandbox fun back into the game. So let's see. Right, so we're going to start off looking at the M3 infrared. This is for the recon class. Look at this thing. What the hell? It's absolutely mad. What even is that? I did look this up, and apparently this is a real thing they had in World War II. You get 16 shots in the mag. It's got a nice sound to it. And that's how it looks through the scope. But obviously in real life, I don't think it would look anything like this because it's daytime. It's kind of weird because there's no nighttime maps in BF5, but it could be alright in some of the darker levels, like maybe Operation Underground or Devastation. But that's the M3 infrared. And here is the Doppelflare, the Doppelschuss. And it does what it says on the tin. You get 2 flares. 1, 2. Cool reload though. Reminds me of Doom. They dip like that. And you just pop them out. Interesting. And also for the recons, we've got this, the RMN50 grenade launcher, or mortar as they call it. Now you can just click like that and it will explode eventually. Or if you hold the fire button down, you can almost choose the detonation range. So there you see it detonated at 12 meters. But if I do a longer shot, let's say 52, you can actually have it burst mid-air. So I think what that's doing when you hold it down is telling it when to explode. If that makes sense. I think that's how it works. But that could be really deadly. This is the K31 on the recon class. Bolt action rifle. From what I can tell, you can only have the sight that's built into this too. You can't actually change that. And that's how it looks. Man, I've got so much work to do, man. There's so many videos that I could do on these. For the assault class, only 1 new primary again. This is the M1941 Johnson. Johnson! Looks nice, doesn't it? Interesting design. Can fire that quite fast too. It's got a side-loading clip. That's weird. Got individual bullet load as well. I think you'd be quicker to reload like that though, wouldn't you? Expend at least one of those 5-round clips. And the new gadget for the assault class is this little bad boy. The pistol flamethrower. I feel like it's something out of Aliens. So on the support class, here is the Show. Really slow rate of fire. I assume that's going to be higher damage, maybe high accuracy or something. Feels like it handles quite differently to how it was in BF1. But nice looking weapon though. I'm sure they might have a couple of decent skins for this. But one of these support gadgets is this, the Kampf pistol. But that's how it looks. It's got a nice sound to it as well. It's more anti-infantry than anti-vehicle, like the AT grenade pistol. And the other support primary is the Shogun. I used to love this gun in BF1. I'm guessing it's going to be an absolute monster in BF5. I have to test. Get an Operation Underground. do some grinding. It's nice. Very nice model, isn't it? Done a great job with that. This one here is the shaped charge, and I'm going to demonstrate it on this poor tractor here. Stick it on the vehicle, and then you wait. And it explodes, and the vehicle goes bye-bye. It's quite explosive, let me tell you. As for medics, well, they only got one new primary weapon, and here it is, the well gun. Very small, compact SMG. I would say that's like a medium rate of fire, really. 32 rounds in the mag, though. I reckon this might be pretty good in hip fire if you spec it that way, but I have to test it out. No new gadgets for the medics, though. New sidearms, PPK. So you can go full James Bond if you want. It's a really fast rate of fire. I don't suppose it's that high damage, though. And here's the suppressed version. I kind of was expecting it to sound like that. I thought the more it sounds like the suppressed pistol from GoldenEye, the better. That's got a nice pew to it, definitely. I like it. And here's the well rod. Really interesting this. It's suppressed. And I had a go with it earlier, and it was pretty much one bang headshotting everyone. There was a couple times when people were a bit further away and I'd get a headshot and it wouldn't kill them. So I don't know if it's like a one-hit kill headshot up to 100 meters or something, but you fire a shot and you have to load a new bullet in. And the reload too, look at this. Yeah, good fun to use this one. And then finally for the sidearms, we've got the suppressed M1911. Look at this baby. Whew, that's nice. Great sound to it too. Love that. As for the new grenades, we've got this one here, which is the demolition grenade. So that's like an anti-vehicle mine that you can throw. So as far as I'm aware, that won't explode unless a vehicle drives over it or someone shoots it. So if I chuck it over there, you can't actually throw that quite far. And there we go. I don't know what that would do to a tank. I think it'd do... I don't know if it would disable a tank, maybe. And then we've got the Type 99 mines. You can throw these down. They explode anywhere between 5 and 10 seconds. So it's almost like they have a random timer on them. So they could detonate at 5 seconds. They could detonate at 10 or anywhere in between. They do stick to vehicles as well, so it could be useful to just throw that quickly at a jeep that was passing by or something. And then here are the firecrackers. They only make one sound. Just that da-da-da. That's all you get. Not really sure what the use is for those in a Battlefield game, unless maybe they show up on the minimap as an enemy or something, but yeah, that's what they are. In terms of the 2 additional maps that have been added to the game, this is the proper new map, I suppose, the one that no one's seen or played on before, Almarge Encampment. It's a very linear layout, as you can see. A, B, C, D, E. Only 5 flags. This is the Conquest variant. Something interesting about this, though, in Breakthrough, I believe if you get to the last sector, it changes into Conquest Assault, and you have to essentially push the defenders off the map. Now, if we go in with a free cam here, we can get a better look at these flags. The A flag is a very small area, just a couple of military vehicles and a well. Like, that's it really for A. Not much going on there, to be honest. If we zoom out a bit, over to B, pretty much just this sheltered garden, I suppose. Not really much going on there. Big infantry map, this, obviously. C's a lot more open. A couple of artillery pieces there. Different flanking routes. D, it starts to get a bit chaotic. Again, this kind of garden area. Currently being shelled to death by artillery. And then finally E over here. Kind of like a market area, I suppose. Lots of spices. Elaborate rugs. Fruit. Your fruit killing skills are remarkable. Wrong game. Well, there we go. That's Almarge Encampment. It's pretty fun. I like it. And this is the second new, in inverted commas, map, Provence, because you'll recognize this area here, the town. Provence was originally a map designed for the 5v5 competitive mode, which was cancelled But they did put it in the game as a small scale infantry map in the end. But now they've made it a full 64 player conquest map. So we've got A, B and C up by the town. Got a bridge here. D's a windmill. And E is this farm area. So we'll go in and take a quick look here. A, just this destroyed windmill, complete with moving parts. Look at that. Cogs, science, engineering. Really open, to be honest, that flag. Vehicles over here will have a whale of a time. Lots of these purple flowers here. I don't know what these are. Are they lavender, maybe? I'm not a horticulturist, so please forgive me. The E flag over here. There's a lot of space between A and E. A couple of barn buildings. Nice parasol. Very 60s. And then over here we got the C flag. Bridge. Got some guys fighting over it here. Might be a difficult point to hold on to, that. And then the town. You'll recognize this. A and B. I think they've extended it a little bit. Maybe they have, but yeah, I'm not sure if I like this map that much, because you've just got the majority of the players in here and then just this vast open space. Maybe the vehicle players will enjoy it, but to me, this kind of map design, it's not that fun in Battlefield. But yeah, give it a go for yourself and see what you think. I'm disappointed I can't see any tractors. Why is no one hooning around on a tractor right now? Are you on a tractor? You're not a tractor. Guys, come on, tractors. Oh, there's one burning. Maybe someone had a bad day in that tractor. Not entirely sure. But that's Provence now. These are the 4 new airplanes that we've got, all for the US faction. So we've got the A-20 bomber, which is absolutely massive. I've not tried to use it yet, but they have some pretty significant specializations that you can go down. They've also got the P-70 Night Fighter. It's also quite a chunky boy. We've got the P-51D Fighter. Such a cool looking airplane, that. And the P-51K. And then in terms of ground vehicles, there are 2. One for the US faction, which is this here, the M8 Greyhound. Beautiful. And also finally for the German faction, the PUMA. I know a lot of people wanted this in the game. Got a couple of helmets on the side there. Set dressing. I'm not sure if they've actually, they have included some vehicle customization for these. There we go. So those are the new vehicles. Like I said, haven't had a chance to play in these yet, so I couldn't really give any feedback on them, but yeah, pretty cool. Something else that's been added too, if you go to your guns and customize, you'll notice at the bottom now, there are charms. And at the moment, that's all you get, a stopped clock, but it's kind of cool that there's a weapon charm on the side there. I don't know if this was a greater plan that they had, maybe if this was introduced much earlier on, because weapon charms in popular FPS games, Warzone, PUBG, Apex, people love this kind of stuff. So it's kind of a shame that maybe we won't get any more of these, but you could think of so many cool ones that you could have that are relevant to Battlefield. But for now, that's what we're working with, the stock clock. So that's it. That's the majority of the content that you'll be getting today, stuff that you'll be using and seeing around you, all the new stuff. I have to say that it is quite sizable. There's been some new cosmetics unearthed too that are, let's say, a bit more authentic to World War II. So I'm sure we'll see those soon. However, like I said at the start, this is really bittersweet because it feels like Battlefield 5 was just getting into its stride, and this content drop is awesome. There's so much here, but at the same time I think I can understand why DICE have taken this decision. They've stopped development on Battlefield 5, they've stopped it on Battlefront 2, and they're just focusing on one game, you would assume now, which is Battlefield 6, whatever the next game is, and I'm okay with that. I'm sad that BF5 didn't become everything that it could have been, but I am happy that they just focused on BF6 because there's a lot of great stuff that they can take from BF5, and I'm sure that they've learnt lots of lessons with it too. So I am positive, and good luck to them with the next title. With that said, I will be making BF5 videos here again because there's new stuff to explore, new weapons to test out, new maps. Of course, I'll be doing a couple more episodes of Across the Battlefield on the 2 new maps. Complete that series. I did it for BF1, and with the last 2 maps, that will be it for BF5. So look out for that stuff. Let me know your thoughts thoughts down in the comments below, guys. I'm sure a lot of you are probably back on BF5 today to check out the new stuff. Let me know how you feel. And if you like the video, guys, leave a like. It's a really great way to support me, thank you. And a comment down below too. If you didn't like it, dislike it. Subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll see you in the next one.